Welcome back to Nerd Thug Radio. I'm the Captain Joey Savage.
Corey DLG.
Nico DLG.
We're in the middle of our weekly top 3. This week we are doing our favorite characters related to Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Spider.
Any form of Spider-Man that you can think of. Characters that relate to him. In honor of the Spider-Man movie that's coming out that looks like it's going to be dope.
It's going to be a monster.
It's going to be amazing.
Unlike the monster movies, which aren't a monster.
Not very good at all. So Nico's gotten in his 3 and his number 2. His 3 was Carnage. His number 2 was Scarlet Spider, a.k.a.
Scarlet Spider.
Ben Reilly.
Nope, Kane. The Houston one.
Oh, you changed it up?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how much this is your favorite.
Yeah.
You didn't even know the right one.
I forgot which one. I get confused. There's so many clones of Peter Parker now.
Corey's number 3
Sad but true.
was Spider-Gwen.
Yeah, that's right.
My number 3 was Doc Ock, Octo Octavius.
Otto Octavius.
And now we're getting into Corey DLG.
That was just so convenient.
You're number 2.
You know what I just realized talking
Yes.
about your number?
Yeah, go ahead, right ahead.
How many evil scientists Spider-Man fights?
encounters?
Yeah.
They're everywhere.
Like Lizard, Doc Ock, Norman Osborn, the Jackal.
Was Vulture? No, well, he was just
No.
Vulture was just some dude who found someone.
Yeah, he found a power suit that made him. I don't know. There's one more. I know I'm forgetting. Oh, the guy who built the Spider Slayers. I don't remember his name though.
Spider what?
For a long time, there's machines called Spider Slayers.
And you said what?
Yeah,
exactly.
And so anyway, this guy he dies, but he builds like this army of, and they just keep showing up randomly every once in a while. Another Spider Slayer just out of the blue. Like he just has them, like,
Here they come.
like warehouses full of them that just randomly
Here's
turn
Johnny.
on and hunt
They got, like, a
Spider-Man
timer.
down. Yeah, and it's like, oh, it's
I
been
just
a little
imagine
while.
it's just a little kitchen timer.
Yeah.
Just like, ding, and they just like wake up.
And the robot's like, oh,
Robot,
yeah,
he
I'm trying to go kill some Spider-Man.
He wakes up and then turns it on again.
Yeah.
For the
5
next,
more minutes.
He turns it on for the next guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a big row.
All right, so DLG. It's
I
good,
just
right?
like that idea. It's like, okay, I'll see you later.
I got you.
So anyway, my number 2, though, is the Black Cat.
Yeah. What if Spider-Man married the Black Cat?
See, that's the thing that's cool about just kind of superheroes in general. Spider-Man, actually, they kind of talk about this from time to time, that Peter Parker is so put together, sort of. He means well, but he's a very responsible, very super conservative kind of person. But the Spider-Man is very wisecracking, freewheeling,
Wheeling.
no matter what, does the right thing. Like, Spider-Man is the reason Peter Parker looks like such a loser all the time, because everything he's late for, everything that he misses, they just think he's a flake, but really it's because he's saving the day, saving the world. And so,
I'm the best.
right, so the Black Cat, like,
Best around.
represents that kind of wild side, that sort of allure of, why be Peter Parker?
Right.
Like just stay Spider-Man.
All the time.
And you can hang out with sexy Felicia Hardy.
And then
So, like, she's never drawn ugly. Like, there's never a time when you're like, what? Why would you want to? Oh, you want to hang out with
I
Black
don't know.
Cat.
We'll see this movie and see how bad she's drawn.
Have they said they're going to cast yet?
No, not yet.
I don't know that I even want to watch it.
Early stage. You know you're going to.
I'm going to, if they cast the right person, I'll have to. Like,
No matter what, you're going to watch it.
I don't know.
You'll watch it. Even if they cast Roseanne as the Black Cat.
Just so you
You'll
can,
watch it.
you can roast it for
Yeah.
10 hours.
Do you know what movie I never saw?
What?
Catwoman.
You never saw Catwoman with
No,
Halle Berry?
right.
It's on Netflix now. You can catch it.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Still not
very-
going to do it.
It's not very good.
Still not going to do it.
I watched it. Not very good.
Later in the show,
Multiple times.
later in
I've
the
even
show,
played
talking
the
about
PlayStation
Netflix,
game.
I want to talk about Sense8.
Okay. Never seen that, so this
right.
ought to be fun.
Yeah, but I
So
That's
Black
what I'm
Cat's
eating it.
number 2.
Black Cat's my number 2.
My number 2. You guys ready for this?
Yeah.
James Franco is my number 2.
Hey guys,
Just-
J. Jonah Jameson is my number 1.
Right. James Franco.
James Franco from the first Spider-Man
No,
movies.
Thanks for clearing that up.
No, okay. I love James Franco, and I like what he was trying to do there. Imagine if they cast James Franco now as Norman Osborn. He would be perfect. He would be the perfect Norman Osborn in my mind. James Franco.
I'm shaking my head in complete disbelief.
No, you're putting the microphone on your forehead like
Yeah.
you do in your personal life.
Right.
Him as Norman Osborn. Like,
I don't.
it's great.
What is the matter with you?
What do you mean, what's the matter with me?
James Franco,
Norman Osborn is
He's like
coming
a-
back to movies.
he's like a mole you have to get removed. Like,
So is Norman Osborn.
no, Norman Osborn is a great character.
And James Franco would be
Is not.
perfect.
Not.
William Dafoe was him the first time.
Willem Dafoe's amazing. He was a great Green Goblin. He went crazy on screen.
And James Franco can do the same
No, he can't.
thing. Oh
Do
my
not
gosh.
compare James Franco
Oh
to
my
Willem
gosh.
Dafoe.
If James Franco shows up, I am getting Avi Arad right now. And I'm calling him up and I'm saying, I found your Norman Osborn for your Black and Silver movie. He just
Boom,
shows
James
up.
Franco.
He just shows up one time and then he's in down the road. Man, that'd be so great.
I don't want to see James Franco in anything.
I
ever.
love James Franco.
The only James Franco movie that I even kind of like, there's two. Spring Breakers, because it's just such a crazy, weird
Right.
movie. But even then, he's completely obnoxious in it. And then the other one...
Pineapple Express.
No.
The End.
Yeah.
Sunny.
It's the end. The one where he... yeah, the end. I can't talk about half of that movie on this show.
Or the one where the South Korean movie. What was that one called again?
No, that one was
With
stupid
him and
too.
Seth Rogen?
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
so
the
good.
interview.
Yeah, that's so good. I love James Franco.
Seth Rogen,
It's amazing.
he just gets to make like the dumbest things possible.
And they're hilarious.
They really are.
Did you see what he said? Did you see what's going on with, like, I guess it's Sony or somebody? Not Sony. Somebody came out and released that they're going to remake some of the comedy movies, but like Walmart style, so all the bad words are out.
Oh no.
And Seth Rogen was like, please don't mess up my movies.
Right. Please leave my stuff alone.
Right. James Franco, my second favorite Spider-Man character.
Did you ever see when Seth Rogen testified before Congress? His mother-in-law apparently suffers from dementia.
Okay.
And it was very recently after they got married that she was diagnosed, so like they kind of took her in almost right away. And like a lot of their marriage is wrapped around taking care of her. And so he testified before Congress about dementia. It was one of the weirdest things because Seth Rogen's like, I never thought I would have to be here, and I certainly didn't think I would be talking about anything serious if I ever talked to any of you people.
You seen Ashton Kutcher before?
Yeah.
Oh,
And
whole
there's
different side of him.
Stephen Colbert, when he went before Congress, was awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah,
James Franco, second favorite Spider-Man
there's
character.
something so
Nico,
wrong with
your
you.
number one.
Miles Morales.
Miles Morales. That's
Okay.
a good one.
Yeah, I like that
I
one.
was hoping he'd show up on this list.
He's awesome.
Is he?
After obtaining the Spider powers,
Is he?
he takes up the mantle of Spider-Man after the tragic death of Peter Parker.
My favorite thing
Boom.
about Miles Morales probably is from Secret Wars,
Okay.
where he jumps on the ship,
Yeah.
and then like 8 issues later, he's like, "Oh, I have a cheeseburger."
Right. And someone looks at him and he's like, what, I'm 12. Like, I'm always hungry.
Molecule Man is hungry. He's like, "Oh, I've got a cheeseburger."
Right.
You've been holding on to that this entire time.
So essentially it's like a 9-year-old cheeseburger at that point because they've been in suspended
Yeah,
animation and
that's
stuff.
my favorite Miles Morales moment ever.
I do like the
Pocket
character
cheeseburger.
of Miles Morales because I think what they did in the Ultimate Universe was very cool. So the Ultimate Universe was supposed to be a modern reboot of the old Marvel.
Right.
The Avengers were very stylized, very cool. I'm going to kind of hold back because I want to talk about this more for my number one.
Okay.
But so eventually they do kill that Peter Parker, though, because they kind of realize that the Ultimate Universe is made for taking risks.
Yeah.
And in the X-Men, the Ultimate X-Men, they took tons of risks, did a bunch of crazy stuff.
Oh,
A lot of...
so good.
They did so many twists on all of, like, the key Marvel characters.
Can we both agree, real quick, the best thing about the Ultimate Universe was Ultimate X-Men?
Yes.
So
Yes,
good.
because they kept they kept throwing curveballs on the old ideas.
Right.
So like when Cable shows up in the Ultimate Universe, I was like, oh god, I hate Cable.
Greatest
It's gonna be
character
so
ever.
terrible. And Robert Kirkman was writing that story, and so Cable shows up and he's fighting the X-Men and he's old, but there's something kind of familiar about him, and you find out at the end of it that he's Wolverine. You find out that it's Wolverine.
Mind blown.
Yeah, and you're like, oh, that's such a cool idea for a time traveling
Right.
character. So like they just kept switching stuff up, and
So they went with the new Spider-Man in the Ultimate Universe.
right, and they
it
took
was
this
Miles
big
Morales.
risk, and they kill Peter Parker, and someone else, like out of respect for everything Spider-Man has done, wants to follow the mantle. I think
Right.
that's such a cool idea. Which brings me to my number one, which
ahead.
is Ultimate Universe Peter Parker.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. We're connected.
They just told a lot of really good stories. Brian Michael Bendis did this one
Yeah,
huge
that's-
run.
Close toss up there with Ultimate X-Men and Ultimate Spider-Man.
Right.
Ultimate Spider-Man started it.
Right. Ultimate Spider-Man was the launch for the whole universe, and X-Men took bigger risks. They did some different stuff. They killed Professor X, and he kind of stayed dead the rest of the way. They did different things, but the better stories were in Ultimate Spider-Man.
Yeah.
They just did a lot of cooler small moments because Peter Parker really struggled, like when they faced Wilson Fisk, the Kingpin, and literally there's video of Kingpin killing a guy, and it gets turned in and turned over to the authorities, and Kingpin gets away with it because his lawyer gets the tape thrown out of court, and Peter Parker's freaking out. And he's like, I can never win. Like, no matter what I do, the courts can't. Like, how do I do this without being something worse than a hero.
Right.
And it's like, it was just, they did so many cool stories and beats and just moments with the character. And then they took an even great risk and killed him.
Right.
What's your number one?
My number one's Venom.
Okay.
It's my favorite Spider-Man.
The Lethal Protector.
Yeah. Every incarnation of Venom I've enjoyed. It's you know, and what's funny is
What about anti-venom?
we do these
Yeah, it's such a weird thing.
we do these top threes, and we get to our number ones. We barely have time to talk about it because we talk so much. But
I really like this character already done.
yeah, we're not. No,
This is
but
my favorite.
Venom for sure is my favorite Spider-Man. I mean, when you think Spider-Man, Venom is synonymous with him.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's the opposite side.
He's the weird gooey Spider-Man.
Yeah, he's and even though the Spider-Man 3, the one with Tobey Maguire, was just awful. Like it was just awful. The one thing I did think that it kind of made good points is whenever the black suit, the symbiote took over Peter Parker and it changed him and
Yeah.
kind of made him into that cocky, arrogant, everything you want to be but you don't because you have
The moral compass.
moral
and all,
compass.
Yeah.
That was the one thing I think they got right with the Venom in that movie. Everything else was garbage.
And they show it with a dance scene though.
Yeah, that's the
Man,
that's
Sam
the part.
Raimi, like
Man,
he lost it right there.
ruined everything. They even had Sandman in that.
Yeah, and it was a good one. Flint Marko was played by
It doesn't matter. He looks just like him.
He does.
Just like him.
He does look just like him, but he's
He
a really
is the
good actor
Sandman.
too.
He's a super good actor. Here,
That
you
was
want
like the best part of that movie.
You want a cheeseburger?
Yeah,
I've got it right here. One thing before we get out, I'm probably gonna go over time here. I think with the Spider Universe and then the different incarnations of Spider-Man is probably the one thing comics have gotten right with making incarnations of a character. When you look at like Superman, he's such a huge character. They've got so many different versions of Superman, and none of them really can compare to just Superman. But with Spider-Man, with Spider-Gwen and Miles Morales and Ben O'Reilly,
There's other Spider-Man that
other
work.
Spider-Men that work and gets people's attention, and you
And
enjoy.
they're all different. They're
Like
not
we
just
couldn't
the
do
rehashed same character.
what's our top 3 favorite Supermans and characters, and I don't think another version of Superman, except maybe Superboy, would make the top 3.
Yeah,
They've
no.
done a really good job with the Spider-Verse in general.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think that's kind of the big thing about Spider-Man is the characters.
No, definitely.
Yeah.
Characters. So with that, let's jump out to a break. When we come back, we'll get to the Nico DLG segment. With great responsibility comes something.
Yeah, something like
Yeah.
that.
Nerd Thug Radio.
Hashtag talking nerdy to you.
With great power comes great responsibility.
There you go.
Nailed
There
it.
you go.